Hey everyone, I am Sanket Singh. I'm working as a software engineer at Google and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in this video, we are going to talk about my experience with Google. Well, like it's been almost 1 year since I've been working with Google. So it's kind of like a work anniversary for me. Like approximately on the same date 1 year back, I uploaded a video where I shared about the fact that I've joined Google, and it's been quite a long journey. It's been almost 1 complete year since I've been working with Google. So I will be sharing my experience, my mistakes, my learnings, a lot of things in this video. It's not going to be a very long, far-fetched and stretched video. It's going to be a short 8-10 minute kind of a video, so that you guys can get an update on what's the whole journey has been till now. I know that the consistency on the channel has been shaky for quite some months, like for past 2-3 months, I guess. I was traveling, there were a few conferences that I was involved with, and there was some extra workload as well. So I try to make sure that from now the consistency is back on track. So without any further delay, let's just start. But before starting the video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do consider hitting the subscribe button so that you can get all the notification about every video that we are going to put on the channel. So let's just start. So guys, I have completed 1 year working as a software engineer too at Google. To be very honest, working at Google is a dream come true, and like doing a lot of stuff and contributing to the code base of Google is definitely something very close to my heart. I learned a lot of things in this 1 year, made few mistakes, and made a lot of connections. To be very honest, this experience could have been even better if the work from home situation was not there, if we were going to offices. But no worries, the offices are going to open soon. So I am really excited for that. So in the past 1 year, I did wrote a lot of code. To be very honest, this time when I was working with Google, it was a bit different with my experiences at LinkedIn and the other startups and the GSOC. Because this time I was involved more in the infrastructure level heavy tasks. I was involved in setting up the production pipeline of the product that we were involved with. I'm not going to share a lot of details about the product, but yes, I was involved with the Google Cloud organization. Right, I was involved with the products of Google Cloud, and I was setting up the whole production pipeline for deployment of our servers. It was most of the things that I worked with was Google internal tech. Right, we can't like discuss a lot about it, but yes, Google uses a lot of internal tech, and we set up everything from very scratch inside it. And to be very honest, it was a very great experience because my team was set up from scratch in India. All the people who joined my team joined almost in the same 2 to 3 week span period. So everybody was new, everybody was learning everything from the scratch, irrespective of the fact whether you're a senior engineer or a software engineer. Everyone was learning everything for the very first time. So it was quite a good amount of learning because you are having some senior engineers with you, and they are also learning the same thing that you are learning. So it was quite a fun experience. There were a bit of I would say hassles as well, because there were not a lot of people who know about your tech, who know about the Google tech or the product. So we were learning, we were struggling on our own, but I would say that it was quite a fun experience. Right. As I said, I set up the whole production pipeline and everything for my product. I set up a lot of dashboards and statistical dashboards and everything. Integration tests was something that I was also involved with. So these things I worked on. But to be very honest, the main thing that I learned while working with Google was not just your software engineering skills matter, but how you are documenting things, how you are able to understand the documents is something very, very important, right? I was exposed to a lot of documentation, and I was exposed to a lot of things that were just written. There were no video tutorials or anything. So I had to understand how exactly the flow exactly works, right? So this was something really, very important, like reading documentation, understanding documentation and everything. Because I learned a lot of things before joining Google. I was involved with a lot of software engineering stuff with different tech stack, but here at Google we have a different tech stack, and this is something that happens with most of the companies, that whatever you have learned in terms of software development till now, whenever you join a company like Google, Adobe, Amazon, they have their own internal tech, they have their own internal frameworks, right, that you have to work on. So irrespective of the fact, whatever you already know, you have to sometimes reiterate on your knowledge, and you have to learn new things. And for learning, they have a very good set of documentation, but it's just that you need to have that habit of reading documentation. So this was something that I learned, that documentation reading is something really very important, and I should read more and more of them. So I used to segregate out time from my regular schedule and try to understand what are the things that we are working on, what are the different caveats of the framework and the language, etc. So this was one of the main, I would say, highlights of what I learned. Apart from that, I also got to learn the importance of version control system. So irrespective of the fact, whatever company you are working, version control system like Git, Mercurial, etc., these are the things that are really very important if you want to work, right? And I was involved with a lot of coding implementation, so obviously there were a lot of PRs and everything that I had to raise. So having a knowledge of version control system was very important, and I was like feeling very good that I already had a lot of exposure to it by working with LinkedIn and the other startups. So I would highly recommend you guys also, if you are aiming to be a software engineer in any kind of startup or a big MNC, version control systems like Git is really very important to learn, right? You have to have the knowledge of the version control system, how you make PRs, how you make branches, what's a good way to write commit messages, etc. So this is something really very important. So just like how I learned a lot of things by working at my current company, you can also upskill yourself and learn data structures and algorithms with Geeks for Geeks with the new DSA Live program for working professionals. This program is brought to you by Geeks for Geeks, which is going to be really very exciting. In this program, you will be able to learn data structure and algorithm. And apart from the learning that the course brings up, you will get an additional service of placement assistance, which is going to be absolutely free. In this placement assistance, you will get the services like a resume building option. You'll get priority resume selection, as well as dedicated assistance in the interview scheduling as well. There are a lot of companies like Paytm, Swiggy, Uber, MoEngage, Ola, and many more product and service-based companies that have collaborated with GFG for hiring a lot of students. The important point to be noted for this placement assistant feature is that it is not any kind of a guarantee for a job, but only an assistance up to scheduling an interview with the corresponding company. Also, as a student, you need to maintain at least 70% attendance in the live classes post-enrollment in order to be eligible for the placement assistance program. So, what are you waiting for? Skill up yourselves with the DSA for Working Professionals live course and get this placement assistance, which is worth INR 5,000 absolutely free. Hurry up. Only limited seats are available. Check out the link in the given description section below to learn more about the DSA Live for Working Professional programs by GFG. Apart from that, I contributed to Google Cloud. So I met a lot of people. I went to the office 1 or 2 times because not mandatory, but if you want, you can definitely visit the office. That kind of situation was there. So I visited the office once or twice, and I met a few people. It was like a really good experience because communicating to the folks who are working with you at Google is a life-changing experience because they come with a different background. They come with different set of experiences. So interacting with them, talking to them is something that definitely gives you a lot of exposure, right? And to be very honest, my team was super cool, and we used to interact only on the video calls and video chats, but we used to play a lot of things. We used to set up some fun gaming time. My org used to set up some fun gaming time. So this was like a very good experience that we used to have. And apart from that, after completing 1 year with this team where I was mainly involved with the backend stuff, I thought that maybe I can start exploring few things around the full stack development part, where I'm not working exactly on the web front end, but the mobile front end. So I have shifted my team. I'll be starting to contribute on Google Pay, right? The Google Pay mobile team I'll be shifting to. I will be involved with the backend stuff and the front end stuff as well. But yes, it will give me a new exposure around what are the things that are involved. Google Pay is one of those applications that we have used quite a lot of time, at least in India. So let's see how the experience goes. But the Google Cloud experience was extremely good. To be very honest, it was not more product heavy, but it was more engineering heavy. We had to understand all the caveats around the Google tech and how to engineer our production pipeline and everything. So it was quite a, I would say, amazing experience. And obviously if you work at Google, you get this perk that you can hop on to different teams and work with different teams and then decide what is something that you have to pursue for a longer period of time. So that's why I thought that I have got some experience with the backend part. Obviously not everything I know in the backend, but yes, I got some exposure, and this is a good time that I can take up a shift to understand how exactly the mobile world works and how exactly the backend with the mobile world connects. And product like Google Pay, where fintech is involved, a lot of government agencies are involved. These things is going to give me a good amount of exposure for the upcoming future. So this was quite a short, I would say, update kind of a video. So I feel very blessed because I have completed one complete year at Google. I got some few offers and everything. Also, some other recruiters and all were reaching out to me, but I have decided that Google is something that is giving me a significant amount of exposure, and I'm learning at an exponential pace. So this is definitely the place to be, and I'm really happy about it. So that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the simple and short life update. If yes, then don't forget to hit the like button on the video, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do consider hitting the subscribe button so that you can get all the notifications about the videos that we are going to put on the channel. That being said, let's just wrap this video here, guys. We are going to meet soon in the next set of videos. Till then, take care, guys. Bye bye, and love you all.